Hi guys! Today I'm going to talk about 3 ways to curb impulse buys. So this is a question I get quite a bit as a financial coach. When I'm working with clients, they often ask me, how do I limit my impulse buys and stick to a budget? So this is something that's actually pretty easy for me to give advice on because I struggle with this myself. So it's real life. I'm struggling with it, so I can be right there with them and giving advice. So I'm a spender and I just like to buy stuff. So even though I do this for a living and I know, the way you should handle money, I have that pull towards buying things. But I've learned over time that I need to really be intentional about it and, keep an eye on that, because I'm not going to reach my financial goals if I just blow everything out of the water with impulse buys. So I know that I need to save, for emergencies. I need to save for retirement. I need to, save for purchases. I know I need to be intentional with my money if I'm going to be financially fit. And so I've learned to build some ways in there to curb my spending. So I'm here to pass those along to you. So my number one way is to think about it overnight. So a lot of times I'll catch myself, I am about to impulse buy, and I go, nope, you know what? This isn't in the budget, and I would need to call my husband to see if we can make a tweak in the budget and readjust the categories. And so I am just going to think about it overnight and talk to him tonight, and we'll see if this is truly something that we need or want, or was it just convenient that I was in the store. So think about it overnight is a good thing to make sure that it's something that you actually need and not that it was just convenient that you were in the store and you saw it and thought you'd grab it. Because then also, keep in mind, if you do an impulse buy and you don't have that in the budget, you need to take from another category. So you need to make sure your budget still balances in order to be able to purchase that item. So that's my first tip. My second tip is to make a rule that everything that you buy, you need to either donate or sell another item. So if you are really struggling with impulse buys, this is a good tip, because then it really makes you think through, do I really need this item? What am I going to give up in order to be able to buy this item? So if you have to think through that, then, you're less likely to impulse buy because you're really thinking through the purchase. Then tip number 3 would be to build it into your budget. So if you know that you are a spender and you are prone to impulse buys, build a small amount for miscellaneous into your budget, and that's for your impulse buys. I would suggest cashing that out, and so that you have just a small, limited amount of money set aside in your wallet that's for impulse buys. And then that will help you to not, totally blow the budget, because if you just have a small amount, then that's all that you have, and that's all that you can spend on impulse buys. And this is helpful because to say, well, just stop impulse buying, just stop spending, that's easier said than done. If it's something that you've done your entire life, to just say, well, just stop, that's hard to do. And so, yes, budgeting and being intentional about your money is important, but it's all about your habits. And if you feel so restricted that you're restricted by the budget, and I hate the budget because it's so restricting, then you're really likely to just stop budgeting, stop managing your money altogether. And I really don't want you to do that. So I would much rather you build a small amount into your budget that's specifically for impulse buys, and then that way, if it happens, you don't have to feel bad about it. It was in the budget. So again, number 1 is to think about it overnight. So make sure if you're about to impulse buy, just say, I'm going to stop, I'm going to put it down, think about it overnight. Number 2 is to make a rule that you have to either donate or sell an item when you purchase a new item. Tip number 3 is to build a small amount into your budget that is specifically for impulse buys. I hope this video is helpful to you and helps you curb your impulse buys. Thanks, and if you did like the video, please like, and click subscribe. Thank you.